Desserts for all your special occasions. Find 10 Valley locations at ajsfinefoods.com. AJ's, purveyors of fine foods.
On the next Arizona Horizon, we will hear about an Arizonan considered the father of the GI Bill, which turned 75 years old. And an exhibit of postcards showcases the early days of Phoenix. It's the next Arizona Horizon.
I'm Mark Tarbell. Join me on the next episode of Plate and Pour. This week, we'll head to downtown Phoenix to visit Taco Cello and stay in Phoenix to check out the wood-fired seafood at Palad. All this and more, so don't miss the next episode of Plate and Pour, tonight at 7, only on Arizona PBS.
Explore new ideas and new worlds here on Arizona PBS, a community service of Arizona State University.
Arizona PBS deeply appreciates every gift we receive, and we are proud to honor our Executive Society. These supporters believe in the mission of public television and are making a real impact in our community. If you would like to join the Executive Society, please call the number below or log on to azpbs.org to join. Thank you.
Coming up next on Arizona PBS, Life and World.
Arizona PBS celebrates Arizona history with a moment in time, made possible by Rock Springs Cafe. Opened in 1939, the Desert Botanical Garden in Phoenix was founded by the Arizona Cactus and Native Flora Society. The garden is now a living museum for conserving the desert environment.
Coming soon to Arizona PBS.
There's never been a more important time to make sure facts and the truth are driving conversation. Washington Week is an island of civil discourse in a chaotic media environment. On Friday nights, we gather the best reporters in the nation to unpack what's really happening and have a conversation that's not about point of view, but about informing the American people.
Washington Week. All new Friday night at 7 on Arizona PBS. Support for Arizona PBS comes from viewers like you and from
Hospice of the Valley, a not-for-profit community hospice for patients nearing end of life and support for their families. HOV.org.
From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
The head of the Arizona National Guard defended the use of troops on the border during a U.S. House subcommittee hearing.
Plus, amid protests over a misconduct allegation, the city of Phoenix has approved its police budget.
Also on World Refugee Day, the story of one Arizona school that helps newcomers.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Sabina Zovchik.
And I'm Gabriel Moreno. Thank you for joining us.
It's been more than a year since President Donald Trump first ordered National Guard troops to the border, followed last fall by the deployment of some active duty troops. But the number of immigrants coming through the border keeps increasing.
That has led a House subcommittee to ask today if we need more troops at the border. Julian Paras was at that hearing in Washington.
Major General Michael T. McGuire, who leads the Arizona National Guard, didn't say whether more or less of a military presence is needed at the border. But with border crossings at 100,000 this year already and growing, he did say that Border Patrol needs help.
There's been 144,000 crossings on the southwest border this year. I'm not sure that that's where that rates relative to past years.
In fact, the number of apprehensions at the border is at its highest in 10 years and could top 1 million this year. But as Homeland Security Committee Chairman Benny Thompson noted, that would not be the most ever.
A new feat, as Border Patrol has accomplished this 19 times over the last 40 years with less agents, technology, and other tools that what Congress has provided over the past decade.
Both Democrats and Republicans on the committee agreed that there is a crisis at the border. But Democrats asked whether defense dollars should be used to what many called a crisis manufactured by the president.
We ought not deploy our assets based upon fallacious information. Assets should be deployed based upon certainty and facts.
Arizona Congresswoman Debbie Lesko praised the Guardsmen and Border Patrol agents for the work they're doing, saying Congress should not lose sight of the real problem.
I wish we would put the blame where it belongs, with these smugglers, with the cartels, with the people that are abusing these migrants, and also with us, quite frankly, because we are not changing our policies.
Whatever the cause, McGuire said there's no denying that the immigration surge is being felt in Arizona's border counties.
This has been the largest impact to our border communities, especially in Yuma County and in Pima County, and the rest is higher than we've ever seen in the past.
And with summer coming on, he said it's only going to get more challenging.
In Arizona right now, the environment, especially in the summer months, as all of us know from Arizona, it's a very austere environment, relatively limited road infrastructure.
General McGuire and Pentagon officials stressed that this is not the first time that troops have been called upon to help at the border. The current deployment peaked at more than 2,200 Guardsmen in November and stood at 1,700 this month. In Washington, Julian Parras, Cronkite News.
In the midst of the controversy caused by cell phone video showing Phoenix police officers holding a young African-American couple with their children at gunpoint, the city of Phoenix found itself having to vote for a new budget, which includes millions of dollars for Phoenix police.
Dozens of concerned residents took the opportunity to ask council members to hold off on a vote, demanding the officers involved are fired. Cronkite News reporter Tanaya Williamson was there and tells us what happened inside the chambers. Tanaya?
Well, Gabe, so many people showed up, an overflow room had to be used to accommodate them. And after hours of public testimony, the council made its decision.
And I want to thank Jeff Barton for working on this budget for many months. Yes. Williams? Yes. Waring? Riedo? Yes. The budget passes 7-2.
Have fun trying to sleep tonight, guys.
By a vote of 7-2, the Phoenix City Council approved a new budget Wednesday night, despite objections from residents.
My family was harassed by police back in 2009.
When we approve things like sound cannons and military-grade weapons, it lets the whole force know where the priorities are.
Testimony after testimony recounted difficult and at times deadly interaction with Phoenix police officers. Most of those who spoke at the meeting opposed passing the new budget.
It's stop our work so that he can sit there and say that he has the police back. And guess what? Come election time, the votes come because that's what they remember.
Which includes $721 million for the department.
I don't want anybody in Phoenix also fearing for their life. If they're black, if they're brown, if they're LGBTQ, if they're anything.
Residents are asking for accountability, increased use of body cameras, better training of officers, vetting of recruits, and an improved reporting system for bad behavior. They also called again for the firing of the officers involved in an aggressive encounter with a couple and their children over a shoplifting accusation shown in a cell phone video gone viral.
We need to hold these officers accountable. I'm a licensed professional counselor. If I display unethical behavior at any time, my license is revoked. How come theirs isn't? Why do we keep allowing?
However, despite the passionate pleas to hold off on a vote, the council ultimately gave it the green light. Some council members assuring the public, despite the difficult situation, they hear their concerns.
I know that it's not easy. I know that it's been years in the making, and I just want everyone to know that I'm here to make change.
The vote comes less than a day after thousands of people gathered at a community meeting centered around the May 27th incident. For now, city leaders will only say that the investigations into the actions of the officers continues. In the broadcast center, Tanai Williamson, Cronkite News.
Former Arizona Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords was back on Capitol Hill today to advocate for gun safety. Giffords, the victim of a 2011 shooting in Tucson, joined Democratic leaders to demand a Senate vote on a House bill to toughen background checks on gun purchases.
Now is the time to come together, be responsible. Democrats, Republicans, everyone.
The Bipartisan Background Checks Act of 2019 was a top priority of House Democrats. It passed the House in February, but has stalled in the Senate, where Democrats say Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is blocking it.
Give us a vote. Give us a vote. We're not going away until we get this, until the job is done.
Since it passed the House, advocates say 11,400 people have died as a result of gun violence in the U.S.
Be bold. Be courageous. The nation's counting on you. Thank you very much.
We reached out to Senator McConnell's office for a comment, but have not yet gotten a response.
At the border, advocates are warning that children and teens are living in dangerous conditions. A report by a legal team reveals children are being forced to take care of other children and babies. The team interviewed more than 60 children at the Customs and Border Protection Station near El Paso, Texas. The kids told they've been locked up for days without adequate food, water, and sanitation. The CBP says their facilities are overwhelmed and in need of more money and help from Congress.
Phoenix's growing population may be great in terms of tourism, but for Valley obstetrician gynecologists, it's a growing challenge. An increase in births means OBGYNs receive less reimbursement, leading to a possible shortage in maternity care. According to an ABC investigation, OBGYNs have the fourth highest workload of the areas surveyed. On average, Valley doctors deliver 136 babies a year. But it's more than just the workload. It's the fact that reimbursement rates for these physicians are comparatively low. Arizona's Medicare system does not pay maternity care as much as other Western states. Coming up, we tell you more about a school that's helping newcomers.
And how education can prepare refugees transition to their neighborhood school. Next.
Try to help both new arrivals from Venezuela and Peruvian communities impacted by poverty.
As sure as night is dark and day is light, I keep you on my mind both day and night.
The song came from my mother's fear. You know, you're going out on the road and these girls are coming up and to you, and he wrote, I walk the line. I'm gonna stay true to you.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine.
Cronkite Noticias is the Spanish-speaking division of Cronkite News, covering topics such as economics, education, sustainability, immigration, and border relations. Cronkite Noticias strives to serve the Spanish-speaking community in Arizona. Under the guidance of prominent Spanish-speaking professionals, students at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism develop content for our broadcast partner, Univision, as well as on Facebook and Twitter. Explore Cronkite Noticias at cronkitenoticias.azpbs.org.
By the year 2050, there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish. Before Professor Halden, I had an insane amount of passion, but I almost felt helpless because I didn't know how to use it. Professor Halden gave me a chance to make a difference. Being at a place like ASU allows you to take these big leaps. Ultimately, the biggest problems in the world cannot be solved alone.
Today marks World Refugee Day, dedicated to raising awareness on the realities refugees experience. Some organizations are committed to helping refugees in need.
Valencia Newcomer School opened in 2018 for mostly refugee and immigrant children who are learning English. Imani Stevens visited the school and talked to a diverse group of students.
I'm from Afghanistan.
Congo, Mexico, Congo.
Mexico.
This group of students are from places all over the world. But one thing they have in common is that they all attend Valencia Newcomer School in Phoenix. The school opened in the fall of 2018 to help refugee or immigrant status students with the transition. because the move to the United States wasn't always smooth.
We just found that the students were struggling because there wasn't a set model. The teachers were still teaching at the middle of the road.
And at this school, teachers are able to meet the students at their learning levels.
Targeting in our instruction to meet individual needs of students that speak a variety of different languages and come with a variety of and diverse backgrounds.
Christine Jones, who teaches 3rd through 5th grade, says the students that once had challenges with learning English are now teaching other students.
There. Learn. There's like little sponges. They're ready to learn.
I learn new words, writing in English, reading in English.
And those skills are what Angelique's father, who fled Congo due to war, is most proud about when he spoke to us through a translator.
I was not even able to read anything, but since we come here, we have been admitted with Alhambra School District, and my kids right now, they are doing an amazing job. When they send me the letter in my mailbox, my kid reads. When I'm going to appointment, my kid we don't need any translator right now. My kids are helping me.
That help also reaches at home, where the school staff does home visits to help with the transition.
It affects the children and it affects their learning when they're worried about what's going on at home, or if mom's going to be able to come home that day, or if they're going to have food at their home. That's a big worry of from our children, and that hurts our heart.
Valencia Newcomer School assists immigrants who speak 18 different languages from 30 different countries.
7 times 7, 49.
In Phoenix, Imani Stevens, Cronkite News.
While the school is small, its ambitions for the students are great. This program helps them reach English proficiency so they can transition to neighborhood schools within a year.
We take a closer look into our Borderlands series at Cronkite News. Annika Abbott has the story about Venezuelan immigrants flowing into already poor areas in Peru.
This is Peru. Miraflores overlooks lush green cliffs above the ocean. A city center bustles with tourists and business people. But locals say this is actually Peru. Crumbling rooftops with exposed rebar, dirt roads, and stray dogs. Maria Pacheco has lived in Comas for 15 years. She lives in a small house with no electricity. The only light source, a hole in the ceiling. Her rent is 250 soles, or about $75 US. Some months she cannot afford to pay it. Pacheco says the government does not help her or her neighbors. She is alone and starving. She does not even own a plate. With 700,000 Venezuelan refugees fleeing to Lima and its outskirts, she says government resources are even more scarce.
Peru is a rich and poor country at the same time because of there's lack of education. The governments before didn't invest enough in education.
Some are taking it upon themselves to eradicate poverty in Peru, claiming this is a problem that can be solved with education in the long term.
That's why I think education is an important focus here, because it's the next step. After the basic needs are taken care of, we want to educate the kids and the teens and the women here so that they can achieve even greater financial success for their families.
Emma Livingston, an American, runs the Light and Leadership Initiative, a nonprofit school in Huaycan, another poor area of Lima. Huaycan is divided into several districts. Behind me, here in the mountains, is one of the poorest regions, where they may not even have running water, and if they do, they may only share one community toilet. It's these students that attend the Light and Leadership Initiative. Livingston is preparing for school to start the next week. She received her first Venezuelan students this year.
Salí de Venezuela por la situación que está atravesando mi país ahorita. La situación económica, social, política, y entré en septiembre del 2017 con mi niña.
Livingston and Rosales have high hopes that the school will bring a bright future to Huaycan for both Peruvians and Venezuelans.
Through our programs, we're forming the future leaders of Huaycan, and the idea is that those leaders will take on our role in the community here in like 5-10 years.
The school currently has 2 teachers, including Rodrigo Carabanco, who graduated from its own program and who they hope will be among Wycon's future leaders. Annika Abbott, Cronkite News, Lima, Peru.
For more on Peru, join us tomorrow to watch the next installment of our Borderland series.
Coming up, the NHL is making big changes in its leadership.
Find out who will be the new manager of the Arizona Coyotes hockey team next.
As journalists at Cronkite News, we report on stories that matter to you by focusing on the local impact. We dig deeper and work tirelessly to keep you informed.
Live in Wickerburg.
Live in Los Angeles. In Cleveland. In Washington. In Louisville.
From Jerusalem.
Live in Philadelphia. From around the world to right here in Phoenix.
At Cronkite News, we report the facts and stick to the truth.
All of its children had come to the Mother Church of Country Music. It was almost like a badge of honor that you had to bring your culture with you to the table. That's why Bob Wills and his guys brought us Western music. That's why Hank Williams brought the South with him from Honky Tonks. Johnny Cash brought the Black Land Dirt of Arkansas. Bill Monroe brought music out of Kentucky bluegrass music. Willie Nelson brought his poetry from Texas. Patsy Cline brought her heartache from Virginia. I mean, it was the most wonderful parade of sons and daughters of America that brought their hearts and their souls and their experiences, and it gave us a great era in country music.
More information about the Woodbury fire burning in the Superstition Mountains.
Evacuations have been put into effect today. There is a temporary shelter for Roosevelt residents at Carnegie School in Miami. The fire is 41% contained, whereas yesterday the number was just 15. But despite this, the fire continues to grow. It has already burned through over 50,000 acres and it's reaching Roosevelt Lake. These fires are growing because of the dry shrub, and that's because of the drought.
On this day last year, it was 119 degrees. Even though it's not as hot as it was a year ago, Bane Froney tells us more about what we can expect with the upcoming forecast.
Yeah, it's definitely not 119 degrees here, but it's still pretty warm. We're in those triple digits. Currently here in Phoenix, we're at 100 degrees. Down south, we're in those triple digits as well as in those mid and high 90s. Up in the north, we're seeing temperatures in the mid 70s, mid 80s, even the mid 90s in certain areas. But here in Phoenix, we're going to be cooling down just a little bit tonight. Around 10 o'clock, we'll be seeing temperatures dip down to about 93 degrees with clear skies all throughout the night. Tomorrow, we're going to be expecting that temperature to increase all the way to 102. That's what we're expecting as our high here in Phoenix. As well, down south of us as well, we're going to be seeing those 102 degrees. And Yuma, we're expecting 103, which is going to be our high for the entire state tomorrow. Up in the north, they're in those mid 70s and mid 80s for tomorrow. This weekend, we're going to be seeing that beautiful sunshine all throughout Sunday and Saturday. On Saturday, we're also expecting that temperature to be decreased just a little bit to 98 degrees. But for the rest of the week, we're expecting those triple digits to come right back. And on Thursday, we're expecting to see our high of 106. Live in the Weather Center, I'm Bane Froney, Cronkite News.
The National Hockey League Board of Governors accepted California billionaire Alex Marullo's bid to purchase a majority stake in the Arizona Coyotes. In a statement provided by the team, Coyotes president and CEO said, "The Board of Governors' unanimous approval today represents a major milestone for the Coyotes organization, our great fans, and of course, for Mr. Alex Marullo." Cohen went on to say that the team will continue to progress on and off the ice, and that they expect to make this summer count before heading into the 2019-2020 season, and that they will update their fans along the way. While the NHL approved the bid, the Coyotes are expected to wrap up the deal with Marullo this coming July.
One Phoenix baseball player is giving back.
How his passion for sports has led him to get involved with kids off the field. We tell you more next.
Stay in the know on the go. At Cronkite News, we work hard to report the facts and keep you updated, whether we're on set or on the scene.
Taking it from the studio to the field. So I'm here in South Phoenix.
In Phoenix, we're just a click away. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, or find us online at cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
I'm Matt Berry, ESPN Sports Center anchor and graduate of ASU's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. With its bachelor's and master's degrees in sports journalism, the Cronkite School is preparing the next generation of sports journalists to tell stories that matter, stories that excite, inspire, and inform. Cronkite immerses students in covering sports at all levels in one of the country's top sports markets. It's this hands-on experience under the guidance of award-winning sports media veterans that shape the top journalists of tomorrow.
Getting out in the community is generally part of the job of being a professional athlete.
For Eduardo Escobar, it's a passion. Ethan Schmidt got to see it firsthand.
Earlier this week, I made it out to the Diamondbacks branch of the Boys and Girls Club of Metro Phoenix, where Eduardo Escobar was the center of attention. Diamondbacks Vice President Debbie Castaldo says third baseman Eduardo Escobar is constantly begging her for opportunities to engage with youth in the Phoenix community.
He really is a testament to the power of education and opportunity for kids, and wherever he is, he's going to fight for those things, and he is so genuine about it.
I do everything, because I'm feeling my heart. I'm not doing nothing in my life because I want for reach something or whatever. No, for me the most important is how much the kids so happy. It's for me most important. So every time I do a chance, every time I do something for the kid, help people, I will do it. Because I'm feeling.
D-backs third baseman Eduardo Escobar picked up the baseball glove when he was 7 years old. The Venezuelan native grew up with little to nothing, but achieving his dream to become a professional baseball player enables him to give back to the community everything he never had.
These kids really do see him as a role model because he has overcome extraordinary obstacles to be here and to play baseball. He loves playing every day. He loves being in Arizona. He really is a very special guy.
He gives of himself more than anybody I've ever really been around as far as making sure that those around him are provided for. And he's a pretty special human being for that.
For me, it's the most important, help community, help people, help the kid, the most important for me because I want to see the smile,
Escobar didn't go past the 8th grade and had to get a job before he was 10. Now, a major league slugger, it's that experience, never giving up on your dreams, that he stresses with all of the kids he meets. Ethan Schmidt, Cronkite News.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's coming up on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
On the next Arizona Horizon, we will hear about an Arizonan considered the father of the GI Bill, which turned 75 years old. And an exhibit of postcards showcases the early days of Phoenix. It's the next Arizona Horizon.
I'm Judy Woodruff. On the next NewsHour, our series of conversations with 2020 election hopefuls continues with Democratic Senator Amy Klobuchar of Minnesota. That's Thursday on the PBS NewsHour.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
Next time on A Chef's Life.
Here they come. Here's your fish.
Oh, cool. I'll have a special connection to these.
There you go.
We're doing a Feast at the Seven Fishes dinner.
So we'll start plating now and we'll help run it up.
Being back at the restaurant, that ain't no joke.
Tonight at 7:30 on Arizona PBS.
Next time on The Coroner. A pirate festival is the scene of a clever robbery.